23. Checking 1, 2, 3. Checking 1, 2, 3. Checking 1, 2, 3. On Hello everyone, and welcome to ERR F3. We're at the Vietnam track today, and it looks like it's going to be put water in the works, with water obviously on the track. This is going to shake up the field quite a bit today, since what we're driving. We've got to hope to see how this field will shape up with the rain. As I observe, Vietnam is very hard, especially even the wet will be even harder. I've got a lot of cars on our track already. Currently leading the field is Cadbury in the Alpha. As now he's starting his flying lap. And see if he can actually fall a good time and see if anyone can keep up with him. Since you've got a lot of cars on track right now. Oh, Alfred! Oh! Yeah, that's nearly freaking in the wall in sector 3, but managing to hold it really nicely. There's got a lot of cars going back to pits already, it looks like. Maybe some damage on the outlap. As you can tell, the track is very, very slippery. But let's go back to Caddy and see how his lap's going. And unluckily, it looks like it's invalidated. It must have went off track in sector 2. The car next behind him for the lap will be Proof. Let's see if he can actually do anything. And see what the pace will be like solidly in the wet now. Vietnam is one of the toughest tracks in the calendar, people say. Especially, and in the rain, obviously it just makes it even worse. Since it's a tight, twisty track, especially with a long stretch in the back. And let's see, well, Proof's got a first sector purple, since he's first car for the lap. Let's see how fast he goes. Nearly just drifting his round the third sector. So he wrestles to hold the car up during this sector. It's McLaren bearing on only. If McLaren's smart, he should back off for his lap. Oh! That's a bit hairy. As Joopy just barges past to get his lap finished. That's going to need a look out for the Stewarts. That's currently Joopy's in pole. Nope, the GOAT. Demolished them by nearly 3 seconds in the Renault. Let's see who's next for track. You got Sunset in 4th, Igoro in P2. You got Giraffe, who's currently points leader and currently P5. You've got now the Mercedes in P2, but no one is keeping up with Goat, who's 2.2 seconds clear. And I stand corrected, someone is catching, but it's still a full second behind him. And this is going to be an interesting race, especially with qualifying. But the question is, will the rain still be here? In the rain. As you've got quite a lot of the cars still on track trying to get a lap in. One of them being Kaylee, who's just on the straight. And goes P10. Right. Christine's just started his lap. Let's see if he can do anything for himself. So you got frickin' Kyra going P11. First car on track is P11. Has he got a yellow sector 3? Just looks like someone's spinning on the asphalt. Oh, and obviously backing off in sector 2 to let the pass past. Great sportsmanship. As Gold is just trying to let people past as he's trying to get back to the pits. Without effect. Oh, Mercedes off. That is monster, it seems. And he's got a 5-rate penalty for colliding with Vinfield. He must have came back on the track dangerously, it seems. And he's obviously hindered Vinfield's lap. That's another thing for the stewards to look at now. As the Vietnam wet is really making a challenge to drivers, as no one is catching Goat in P1. But Duran's just got a purple first sector. Can he do anything to catch up to him? He has a clear track right now. The only car in front of him, the racing point. As he goes down the backstretch and see if he can get another second purple. Now. As here we go, down the backstretch, nearly 200, and I'm sudden braking for the hairpin. Such a good place for overtaking. Here we go, let's ride along and see if he can get the pole position, as he's got another purple now. Can he get the third to get pole position and see how far he's ahead? Just edging it through sector 3 since it's tight and very bad in the wet. As you see the car drifting everywhere at this point. Here he goes, last corners. Oh, nearly. That might have cost him a lot though. Is he going to keep pole or will he not be second? Oh, unlucky. That last bit in sector 3 did cost him quite a lot. 2 purples just to get P3. As loads of other cars now X in the pits for another few laps it looks like. Lead the pack being Jupy. There's a Will right behind. As you got a trail of cars, both Mercs, you got an AlphaTauri, you've got Mackie. All trying to get heat into their tyres for their in lap. As you've got one car, I think K is run out of fuel on sector 3, and there is an Alfa Romeo Charger behind. Hopefully he gets out of the way before it gets there. It just means that all drivers have free choice for tyres. If the race is dry, obviously. If not, it'll be a very interesting race, especially obviously in the wet. since this track is very hard as it is. As all three of these are still together. Both Mercs, Dupy and... No, it's just the Mercs and the McLaren now. As Dupy backs off, so he can get more space for himself. As now the first car to start another lap will be Will, if he can improve from P17 in the Haas. And behind him you have not Duran, he's gone in the pits, so that is Meister who's going for the next lap. And oh, that was interesting. He must have lost it in the last corner, because he has front wing damage massively. He must have lost it just coming out for his next lap, which is quite a shame, since he has to go all the way around now just to get back to some repairs. Let's see who else is on track. We have Vinfield, who's trying to pit Goat, who is still a second ahead. And let's see if he can find the time to get it. As he just passes Goat at the backstretch, as Goat is getting ready for another lap as well. As you've got these, the Giraffe, the points leader, nearly crossing out there. As he has front wing damage already, as you can tell. He's hoping to just drive the racing point behind him. As you can see, Vinfield is pulling away, so it means that Goat is backing up for the lap ready. Even though he's got the Haas closing in behind him. So let's see if Goat can improve his time, or can Viv catch up to him, as he now has a clear track in front of him. So let's watch these two. Nice exit and onto the straight. Now sadly, this is one of the tracks that was missed out on the F1 calendar thanks to COVID-19. But it's one of the tracks that people say that should be a fun race, since it has loads of twists and turns and back stretches, just like Baku. As it gets compared to almost 3 tracks, this one. Oh, hello! One of the frickin' Red Bulls is deciding to go on softs. The track is much drier. Now this is going to be a sprint for dry tyres, because it looks like the track is very, very dry, and you can tell by Vinfield skidding everywhere. This could be interesting if the Germans were dry frickin' qualifying the last 5 minutes. As we got one car already, Giraffe, points leader, thinking that the softs should be best. But will he go out in them is the better question. This is really going to be interesting, as you can definitely tell that the intermediates are overheating, especially in the cool conditions. So let's see. Oh, is anyone making the move yet for softs? Doesn't look like. I think they're just waiting out for the data to pop up. So let's see if anyone's going to do a dash for softs to try and get pole. As Vinfield and Goat might be going to the pits for softs, which they look like they will. It definitely looks like it's going to be a dry race now for the qualifying. So it's going to be a mad dash to get in and get the new tyres on. It'll be very interesting to see how fast the drivers can go, especially in these dry conditions now. As we see, the track is much drier now, and it looks like DRS is just getting enabled now. So this will be a sprint on the softs now. And let's see if anyone can manage to do the times now. As you've currently got the first one currently on softs right now. Currently, Rick, who's currently went on intermediate again to the surprise. But the top two of Ghost and Vinfield are charging out on softs now. So it is definitely time for softs for a sprint. What also following behind is the Red Bull of Red. As it looks like everyone is going to try and dash onto softs now for one lap. With only a minute and a half left in the session. And we just catch Mia nearly wiping out air completely. As we currently have, most of these drivers are going to seem to get one more lap in at most. And this will be a dash for pole. So let's see how. So you've got some cars crossing the line now to start their new lap. One of them being the Williams of ERL Gore. Close behind Jupy. As it does look like that some cars are just going to miss the cut for softs. Which is going to be quite unfortunate, especially with the time. But vitally, the top two are going to get out, and this is going to be a battle for pole position now, and see if anyone can get close to GOAT. And as here we go, with just 10 seconds left, GOAT passes the line. Sunset is just going to miss out. As now let's go back to Vinfield, who's on his lap. As everyone's time should start spiking as shown by Monster's lap of 1:48.8. Let's see if anyone can challenge that now. As you know, we've got probably GOAT and Vinfield are both going for pole. With their times. Let's see if anyone else is going to finish. The Haas going to cross the line. We'll stay in P7. Oh, behind them, the Ferrari Alfa gets a 1:46.2. Yeah, everyone is starting to get faster now on these soft tyres. And the other Ferrari 1:46.2.5. Two more cars come to the line. Williams and the McLaren as Jupy goes a 1:43.4. Now let's go to frickin'. Now let's go to GOAT and see if he can show anything. As ahead of him, Vinfield's got the last two corners. Can he get pole, or will it be Jupy, his teammate? Oof, just less than a 10-second off. Now we go back to GOAT. Can he do anything? Yes, he can. A 1:43.3. Just a 10 faster than Jupy. As we've got Sunset, who's on his last lap, round the last corner for P6. Good result for the Renault boys and the McLaren. As we've also got two more cars in track, Christian and Rick, who managed to just get a lap in. Christian currently on last sector, hopefully might be able to get pole position here. If he can hold it tight, because he had a purple sector 1. Let's see, on the line. Yep, Christie, it goes 3 times faster than Goat in the dry. A great result for the Haas team. As now the last car on track is Rick, but I don't think he's just going to miss out. As there's 20 seconds left and unfortunately not enough time to get back to the start-finish line. So look, so the wet weather did play a fact, but not enough for the dry setups to come back in. As this is shaping up to a good Vietnam track. As we currently have Christian on pole, Ballerama Goat, and then Jupy on the top 3. You've got Red in P4, this in P5, Goro in P6, Sunset P7, Ibats in 8th, Wilker in P9, and P10 rounded up by the Ferraris. It looks like the race is going to be dry and clear for the race, so this will be a nice dry race. So here we go for the formation lap. And let's see if anyone's going to pull anything out at the hat. Because you have Christie on pole, was a brilliant lap, 10th faster than Goat in P2. Vietnam's one of the tracks has one of the best places overtaken on the backstretch, so that will be used quite a lot today. As it looks like the top 3 are on softs. And let's see anyone else. With everyone in the top 10 is starting on softs. And then P11 to P16 are mediums. Monster P17, obviously with his penalty, in P17. 2 more mediums, the racing points. And then Rachi on the back and hards. So it looks like everyone might be doing a 2-stop and then maybe the hards to a 1-stop. As you have either 2 medium sets or you can do soft, medium, soft. So we can see how this race is go, as Go is back in the pack quite a bit. As Christine runs away with it. And I apologise, I mixed it up. It flows the race, the point leader at the point. I apologise for that fact. Oh hello, 2 cars qualified already. I wonder what happened there. Between the Renault of Sunset and the AlphaTauri of Yabat. As they've been sent to the grid waiting for the cars now. It's just going to be an interesting track as you have to watch your front wing in this one. If you get damaged, you know you can't race properly on this tight, twisty track. As all the cars are lining up now on the grid. As anyway, here's all the strategies popping up. It seems like everyone's doing 2 stops. Let's see what the lights can do. And away they go. There we are racing in Vietnam. Christine gets a good start. As Goat manages to hold off Juby, who's diving on. What a dive, a goal! I'm trying to get past, but he couldn't. As Christine holds back Juby and Goat, who are battling side by side. As Juby's managed to overtake him at the start. Now his McLaren teammates chasing behind them. Is he going to go for a move? Yes, he is! Here he goes! Side by side for the roundabout. Ooh, contact there. And Goat's manages just defend his position. As Juby is trying to push pressure on Christie in before he pulls away. As here comes one of the largest backstretch in F1 history now. You got quite all the midfields all bunched up, it looks like. Then we'll go for a lid dive and side by side. Ooh. Goes all the Ferrari, nearly loses it. Good in the rear. Good stuff for everyone to keep out of each other. As they keep racing on. Monster has already made 2 positions. Oh, bit of a late dive by Mia. And his hard tyres. As I've missed it, sorry. Something happened to Christian. As he's dropped from P1. Oh! Now midfield and Christian come to blows. Oh god! There's chaos in the last corner. As Christian, the pole position man, now the wrong way on the track. As he tries to get turned. As it also got the Williams of Goro with him. What a hectic first lap. The safety car is already out. As Jupi now leads. With a Goat behind him, Red and P3. And oh, Sunset! Sunset's just crashed, I think, into the safety car. So that's unfortunate. Definitely looks like the safety car got in the way. As position changes so far, the biggest currently is Flo in P10 from P16. Jupi currently went from P3 to P1 in 1 lap. And currently holds back Goat, who stays in P2. Red make up 1 position, while Will with 5, same with the Ferrari behind him, Alfam was 5. What a top-C race already, and it's only lap 1. As now the cars are trying to catch the safety car now, and anyone going to change strategy now for pits. They've got cars spread out all over the track now. It's such a shame as well for Christian in pole position to get that contact in the last corner. As the cars make their way to the safety car now, who's waiting for them. As we've got all the cars pitting, it seems. Got Alfred in the Ferrari getting a pine penalty with some hard tyres on. Whitfield comes in, and like his teammate, on to mediums. As you got loads of cars coming in the pits now in the rear, changing up their strategy for the race ahead. She's got Yabans on mediums. You've got Abraham on new hards, Maichi on new softs, Whitfield on new mediums, Kronk on new softs, Christie on new mediums, and Goro on new mediums as well. Meanwhile, Juby keeps the lead in the pace behind the safety car now. Oh mate, I never expected that to happen in the first lap. So it's going to allow the car to bunch up behind the safety car and it'll go in. So maybe about 2 laps it seems it will last. It just means all these front strategy guys are sticking to their 2-stop strategy. And they won't be doing any changes. As there's loads of change-ups now in the grid. As these tyres, softs are going to be getting warmed up, ready to get racing again. Probably with 1 more lap of safety car it seems. Now the question is, because I accidentally missed it, what happened to Christian, who was in pole position and now P18? He has to fight his way all the way back now. As you can see, the car getting already eager to get started again. Especially Drew, who's probably trying to run away from Goat at the start. I think it's the field will bunch up, so maybe 1 or 2 more laps now for safety car. And everyone's probably saving fuel, saving ARS, getting their tyres warmed up, all ready to go racing. He's currently got a point to lead the floor, currently P8 now. He's still on his mediums. Can he produce a good result here? Oh, hello. Christian's just retired from the session. And what will happen there on the backstretch? Has something happened there, because he's now stuck on the backstretch. A safety car will be into this lap. Let's see if Juppy can get a good start like he's at the start of the race and get away from Goat. Because current session is Juppy, Goat, Red, Will, Caddy, Marek, Jun, Flo, Moister, Rick, and in the top 10. As Kronk gets a 5-second penalty with a severe collision on the other McLaren. As we're going to get ready to get started now. As here we go. Around the last corner and the safety car is in fully and we're racing again. As Juppy got a brilliant getaway. Nearly 8 attempts up already. As Goat just can't keep up with him. Meanwhile, further back, it's chaos as all the cars are trying to get around turn 1 and turn 2. As everyone's got through cleanly, it looks like. There's some good fighting going on. As DRS still hasn't been activated yet. So go back to the leader. Juppy is just holding his gap against Goat. Keeping it around the 8-10 gap as he looks like he is trying to see the ARS now. As we got Cardi going past Will for P4 now on the back stretch. Oh, before he goes for a lunge! Mac went for a diving lunge there. And Will's just managed to hold off. Now freaking Duran's on the inside. In the next corner. And just clears him nice. Now Matt's going to worry about Flo, who's right behind him. Meanwhile, at the front, Droopy is trying to... Oh, hello, Sector 2. Oh, it's Vinfield. The other Droopy's teammates in the wall along with Batters. Sorry if I'm saying your names wrong, I apologise. But that's another safety car. 2 safety cars in less than 7 laps. Just shows how chaotic the Vietnam track is. As Gore just dove into the pit lane for new softs, it looks like. Or unless something happened to him. No, I apologise. Something happened to Gore and I missed it. So the current top 3 now is Juppy, Red and Caddy. Behind of Will, Goat, Flo, Goro, Mitchie, Duran and Prof, all in the top 10 now. Crucially, Duran and Proof on hards now, so they can go to the end. Along with Matic. Again, apologies for the names if I'm saying it wrong. As it looks like Midfield and Batters are in getting their pit stops done. Both opting for the mediums. It'll probably take another lap for the cars to bunch up for safety car, so another 2 laps probably. So I'm wondering if this is going to play into anyone's strategy now, especially Duran and Prof on their hards. As Juppy will not pit, it looks like yet. But meanwhile, Red is pitting, but he's unfortunately got a 5-second penalty for speeding. And follow him is Goat. Now this is going to throw a spanner in the works. Now are they going to hards or mediums? Mediums for Red. And mediums for Goat as well. There's a new front wing. That Goat's going to fight back from his position. As the car should be able to catch up and it hopefully might go in this lap or it's next. So the top 3 now is Juppy, Caddy, Will, Flo, Goro, Machi, Duran, Prof, Rick and Matic. What a start of the race has been with 7 laps and 2 safety goals already. It'll be a record for try and match Canada's record. Because all the cars are getting eager to get going again. Especially Duran, who's going to try and pull a gap for his stop to work. As this has just made the race strategy very interesting now for everyone. You've got guys in hards who can go to the end, you've got guys who still need to do 2 stops. For example, Juppy, like Caddy and all that. Safety cars in this lap, so let's see if he can pull a gap again. As most of these cars have to do another pit stop at least to make it to the end. Only ones who don't need to is Matic and Duran. And Proof on the hards. And you tell Wills you gotta get going. Sticking right down the alpha. Here we go. GP leads the way yet again. As Will's already all over the back of Caddy. As he's now already pulled the second gap on Caddy. As Goro overtakes Flo on a brilliant move on the inside. As Monster's also the Red Bull. Oh, hello, there's another safety cut. Yellow flag. It's Monster. I saw him side by side with the Red Bull there, so he must have just got caught out. But no safety car this time. Which is good for Juppy, who's pulling almost 2 seconds now. Determined to build his gap up before his pit window. You got Caddy holding off Will, who's now got Goro catching along with Flo sticking right to him. He's might make a move on the hairpin. On the outside, clears him. Brilliant movement by the points leader. As now he's got Will in his sights and he's probably going for that P3. And here he goes again. Next corner. Was he going to do it? Yes. Smart move by the Red Bull. He's now in a P3 from P5 at the restart. And he's on 7 lap ball medium, so he can easily go for the hards if he wants. As now Goro's gotten past. As Will, something happened to Will around sector 3, and it looks like it might be wing damage. As Juppy goes fastest lap of 1:41. Oh, yellow. There's a yellow. It's an AlphaTauri of batters again. But no safety car again. As Juppy has a 2-second gap now on Caddy. As his Flo is catching up now. As he looks to be making some moves. In the background, it's three cars battling for P5. It's a huge lock up from Goro there. But Juppy literally burned his DRS to get away from everyone. You got the Williams and the Red Bull battling here on the hairpin. The Williams is just going to hold him off. But the Red Bull's got a much better exit. Can he get back at him? I don't think so, unfortunately. As Vidfield is making moves into P13 now. After being very unlucky getting caught out. As meanwhile now, Flo is right on the behind of Caddy. Going into the next, to lap 9. Oh, hello, was that? That's a Merc. Something happened to Duran there because I saw the Merc stop for a second. Let's go back to that battle between P2 and P3. As Flo is really putting pressure on now. The DRS is now activated this lap. So this is going to be quite good. As we've got another close battle between Proof and Rick. Rick had a DRS. As Flo has got him just before the roundabout. Meanwhile, Rick has done the same thing and gotten a P5. 2 identical moves for the same Honda powered cars. Now Flo's sights on Juppy, who's nearly got almost 3 seconds of a gap now. But he has no ERS, unfortunately. Is Proof coming back? Yes, he is. It's a battle for P5 between Proof and Rick. Rick's at the inside line and just nudges him out. You got battles all over the track now. As you got one goat's moving his way back up the pack. As he's now sticking to the rear of Kia in the Williams. Will he be able to make a move in the backstretch, or will he try the impossible overtake as the Ferrari's all over him? Is Goat going to try and make a move on the front stretch, or will he wait? Will he make a lunge? Nope, he's way too far back. As we've got another... As Red has now got Prof battling now. The other Honda powered car now battling the racing point. As Goat's got a during Twitch and the Mercs is out. As here goes Red, round the outside and into P6. About 3 moves in 2 laps in that same corner. As meanwhile at the front, Flo has cut the gap down to almost less than a second. But he has nowhere else, just like Jupiter now. As you've got, this is a very exciting race now. As Flo is putting the pressure on, as he's now got to less than 8 tenths. But the difference is, Jupy's on softs and Flo is on mediums. As we've got yellow sector 3 in the hairpin. As, oh, unfortunately it's Goat again. But who was his dance partner this time? Yes, it was, I thought so. It is Cairn in the Williams. They must have made contact. Well, it looks like Flo has gone for the pit stop to everyone's surprise. Is he going to go for hards though, is the better question. As the Williams is struggling to get back to the pits. As he gets into the pits now, let's see what Flo does. Flo looks to be doing medium soft, it looks like. So now all eyes focus on Jupy and see what his strategy is going to be like. As here comes Red. Will he make a move at the same place again? Or is he just going to be too far away? He's just going to be too far to make a move. And has to wait till the back stretch now, but Matic is right behind him as well. So this might be a three-way battle for P5 now. As he has the most overtake out of Proof has the most overtake out of all 3 of these. So he can easily hold back up Red Bull if he needs to. As here he goes in the inside. Can he get the move stuck? And manages to hold him off as Red gets to P5 again. Great battle between Prof and Red. As further forward, you can definitely tell the softs have gone off because Jupy's gap's dropping yet again. So Jupy might be pitting this lap? Yes, I thought so. He must. So Jupy's either going to want a mediums or softs now. And then whatever tyre he doesn't use, he's going to use that in the last sprint. As now Caddy now leads the Grand Prix. 12 up old mediums. Second place is now Rick. As he's also got Goro joining him in the pits. As Jupy is going on the hard, so he's doing the one stop. So this is going to play into Flo's advantage. If he can pull enough gap. Or can a span be thrown in the works of Prof and Matic, who are currently on hards. As Jupy's just became right behind Alphen. He's on 7 lap old mediums, but this is going to be easy for you, I think, for him. He's got the inside line. And he's just going to manage to get him cleared. But now it's going to be advantaged Ferrari on the backstretch. Meanwhile, the other Ferrari's attacking Prof now. Is he going to make a move before the hairpin? Or is Prof just going to... Prof's comfortably going to hold him back. for the dive, but he thought better of it. As Abraham is still holding off Jupi, who is trying to get past. Flo was going even faster this lap on his new softs, proving that he's trying to make his two-stop strategy still work. As he's going to pass both hard drivers in front of him. Because everyone else in front has to make a pit, as Rick now makes his pit from P2. Yellow sector 2. As it's Yapets again, unfortunately, and the hairpin. Manages to get going alright and sets off with no safety car. As we've got a freeway battle now again. You got Prof, Mac, and this time it's Flo right behind them. It looks to make a move on the Ferrari here. On the inside. Into P4. And shuts the door quietly. Oh, contact! He rammed right into the rear of Proof in the racing point. And you can see he has damage. Yeah, he's lost an end plate on his left front from that contact. Because now the Ferrari's coming back fighting. What a race this has turned into. As he shuts the door on the Ferrari and he's going for it. Oh! That's Prof spun out. But Flo's getting worse with even more wing damage. He's gonna have to pit again if he's gonna have a chance. As Kyra is currently 5 seconds ahead, but he has to pit soon on those mediums. Red P2 and Captain. Giraffe has got massive wing damage now and has to pit. Which is unfortunate because he was flying on those softs. Proof got very lucky not any damage from that. But his tyres are smoked quite a bit. As we've got yellow flags for the Renault. Oh no, I apologise. It was for one of the... between Monster and Will. As Flo now goes on the mediums for the end of the race. Along with Jupi's in the pits for his new front wing. This is really interesting now. Who's going to be winning this race? Because it seems that it might be Malik or Proof who are currently on the hards. Because the cars in front have to pit. As you've got a side... the Goats managed to clear Wilbur now. This is going to be very interesting end to the race now. Oh, Goro! Oh! Rick just managed to hold it off after getting a little nudge from the rear. He's now got midfield right behind him on 7-0 mediums. And right in the back you can see Flo, who's trying to get back in this race. Along with Goat and Jupi. The top three. As Flo is trying to get points to keep his lead in the championship. As midfield's side by side in the hairpin with Goro. Can he make the move stick? Pushes him to the wall. Still going. And Goro's knocked up again. But he's just got to hold him off in sector 3. As Kyra's gone for another lap. So he might be pushing for the softs. Or mediums. But he has Red, who is catching every few tenths every lap. As you've got 3 cars entering the last corner, it's really close. As these two are still battling out for P8. But this is mean Flo is catching up very quickly. As is he going to make a move on the move just before the roundabout? As he has much more ERS, and let's see if he can make the move again. He's gunning for it down the inside. Ooh, contact. It's very close between these three. As he went for a gap, and Vinfield just nudged him and he's trying to move over. As we've got behind him, Ghost and Jupy are battling it out now for P11. Let's go back to these, as now Vinfield is trying to go round the outside. And does it. Oh, side by side! Flo's made a brilliant dive. A fair dive from Flo there to get to P9. As remember, Flo can go to the end now on his mediums if he doesn't get any more front wing damage. Meanwhile, race leader is still going on his mediums. He definitely looks like he's trying to push for the softs now for the last few laps, but he has red bearing down on him because there's a full second's gone in 3 laps. And the other cars in attention are Prof and Mac, who are currently in hards, who can manage. As I thought, Flo is sticking right behind the field. Is he getting inside? No, he thinks the better of the move and waits for his favourite stretch. Well, he's made so many overtakes already. Will he make it another one? Down the inside yet again, here he goes. And he's managed to shut the door on the field. Brilliant move by the Red Bull again. As Jupy has managed to get past Go, it seems. As Jupy is trying to get back into the points now. What a race this has been. 2 safety cars and then strategies are everywhere now. You've got hards, you've got softs, you've got mediums. Everyone's going to shot a win in this race. As Cardi's now going for laps 17 now in the mediums. There's Red still like nearly 5 seconds back, as there was quite a few cars in sector 3 of Kronk, Flo and Field all behind each other. Oh, what a dive! Oh, Flo giving the space though. Great racer. Down the inside, here he goes! Oh, he's pushed to the wall! Contact again for Flo. Advantage Jupy. As here he comes right behind him. And he's covering him off. We're back to the racing line. Brilliant move by Flo. As Vinfield is battling his teammate now. And is just going to hold him off. For the time being, since he's going to get DRS in the backstretch. And he's on fresher tyres. And here he's backed off. Team order seems to come in play, and he's let him past. So Red is catching him really good now on Caddy, whose tyres must be shot at this point. As he can go to the end, but he might have to pit if he can't control his tyres. Miller, Marek and Prof are catching as well. As Red's coming in for his pit stop, he might be going for the softs now for the final stint. So that promotes Marek to P2 and Proof to P3. Oh, Proof pin! Proof must be changing his strategy as well. That means it's now a 2-3 for Ferrari. As we've got battles galore now in the third sector yet again. As Kronk goes in the pits, so means Aero's got a free path and clean air. As Flo is deciding to stay out even with his front wing damage. Let's see if he can make any good moves. As behind him you've got Jupy, who him and are battling. And you've got Goat behind them. Some great recovery drives by these three. You've currently got Vithiel, who pitted for his damage with the contact, and you have the racing fight of Kronk, who pitted in for some softs. That's it. Oh, side by side there! Goro and Flo! Goro's going to get past them just! But the question is, is he going to get DRS? Unfortunately, he will not. He did not pass the detector's line. He's going to be a sitting duck to these two. Oh! That was very, very close. Goro moved very late. And Flo unfortunately had to go hitting the wall by probably. Oh, I think that may have been a little bit of payback. As Jupi's managed to get past it now on P7. And now Goat is right on the behind of Flo. As now our race leader is now in the pits and now out in softs. As he might be able to hold the lead. As there goes Rick, who's in P2. Akadi is going to hold the lead, and now on the fastest tyre for the next 8 laps. Can he pull an upset? From P12 on the grid to P1. As you also got the Ferrari of Matic on softs. Prof on softs. Everyone in the top 5 is now can finish the race happily on their tyres. It was so unfortunate for the points lead of Flo. He got so unlucky with contact. And now slipping back to out of the points yet again. With 8 laps to go. But Goro has not pit with his damage, and you can see what's wrong with his wing. So it's going to be very critical if he doesn't pit or not. As Rick is trying to hold back the Ferrari, who's on fresh rubber now. This is going to be interesting. Rick's on 5 old mediums, while Matic's on fresh softs. This is going to be very, very interesting now. Is he going to make a move on the backstretch, or is Rick going to pit? As what a racetrack by Matic and Prof. As they manage to time this perfectly, they might be able to get podiums if they keep this up. As Red's right behind them as well now. This is going to be a very interesting battle now. As Goro lets the Ferrari pass with no problems with his damage. As Goro is still going, he looks like he's going to last the race now with no front wing. Caddy still holds a 6 seconds gap. As he should be able to clearly win this race if he doesn't make any mistakes on no safety cars. Meanwhile, Rick is still defending the Ferrari for P2. As Vitfield now goes fastest with a 1:38.0. As he's battling currently for Monster, coming to P10. Yellow sector 3. Oh, that's Yapix again. But he manages to keep it going and get moving again. As you currently got Monster and Vitfield still battling for P10 for that final point. And Vitfield's diving. In the inside, side by side. Oh, contact. They were dumping and nudging there. But Monster's just managed to hold them off. And this is after out the door open for Flo. Who's right behind them now on the back. As Riggs just didn't hold the Ferrari off, but now it's got Prof again. And right behind is Red. This is a very interesting battle now. As Flo's managed to get both of them in the hairpin. Apologies, I missed that. And he's managed to get both of them, but Vitfield's come back fighting. These two have made contact already. Will they do it again? No, he backs off smartly. As you've also got Jupy and Goat still going neck and neck. Goat's doing really well on his hards. As meanwhile Red's all the back of Prof. For P4. He's just too far away. but he now has the back stretch for his sprint. As Joopy is holding off Goat still, he has DRS. Such an entertaining race, as we've got as Flo again is battling these two for P9. As Gora has to pit eventually, it seems, for his front wing damage. What a race this has turned into be. He's got fighting galore. Meanwhile, you got these three battling for P3. Prof's trying to move on the outside. Shut the door. Here we go, side by side. He's gonna get here. And Prof's in the P3, and that allows Rick to be right behind Rick now. What an entertaining race this has been, and a privilege to watch. As you've got Joopy, who has been passed by Goat. Apologies for missing. As Goat is doing really well in these hards, showing his pace, even though he's got the faster tyre, Joopy. As you've got another one, Flo is still got the midfield right behind him. He's determined to not let that extra point run away from him. As you've got another battle now. Rick has been passed by the Red Bull as well now. This is going to be very interesting at the end of the race now. Kylie still leads. Oh, looks like that's the Merc of Monster Moist. Monster Moist, sorry. Oh, his tyres were cooked. He just couldn't roll it because his tyres were cooked. And he gives the Williams. Oh, very close there between the Williams. As we've got another battle brewing. As Joopy and Alpha and the Ferrari are battling now. Side by side, here we go. There's another yellow sector, that's the Merc. Again, his tyres must be very cooked. As Alpha does take back his position, as Joopy is determined to make a comeback drive. Meanwhile, the top 3rd, 4th and 5th are still undecided, as Red is trying to get that podium. As Cody is still holding his almost 6-second gap now, very comfortably. There's 4 laps to go. Second place, Matic. He's got a good gap over Prof. And Red is trying to close the gap down for a podium. You've got Goat in P6, Alpha in P7, Joopy in P8, Flo in P9, and Viff in P10, who's pitting. He must have got damage, or he's going for a new he must have got damage then. This late on. That'll promote Kronk to the last point finish. As the side by side between Goat and Alpha. Alpha managed to get the move on Goat, and now it's in P6 on those fresh softs. What a fight back the Ferraris have been doing in this race. Alpha's up 4 positions, meanwhile my Matic's up 9. The Ferraris are doing brilliant today. As Prof and Red are side by side coming out the hairpin. And Red's gonna get it. Prof's going for a dive. Backed off last second. Great racing between these two. As Callie still leads with nearly 5 seconds, 4 laps to go. You got Mastek in P2 in the Ferrari, and then Red currently in the last podium position. But Prof's all over him again. These two are going to happily swap the gap, I think, for the next few laps. And you've got Rick behind if anything happens. As Goat just doesn't have any answer to the new soft. As he's struggling to keep up now. He's now out of DRS. As Red and Prof are still going. And have to open the door for Rick yet again. Flo gets the fastest lap, but currently in P9. Here we go to move. Prof's going to the inside. Settle side by side. Oh, so tight. Rick's now going side. Now Rick's in the inside. He's got past Prof. What a race these three are having. Prof's coming back fighting now. As barely any of these have ERS now. This is a battle for the last podium spot as Prof just has to block him off. Rick now waits back as Red's now trying to run away with P3. Even the leader's still managing to hold it very calmly. And Matic is trying to close the gap down. As we have now 2 more laps to go. And this battle is not over yet. Prof is sticking right in the rear of the Red Bull once again. And again the winning win is Rick. What a scintillating race this has been in Vietnam. 2 safety cars, strategy out of the window. And just chaos everywhere. You have Caddy who could be winning for P12 at Vietnam. What? You've got Matic who was P10. Apologies. You have P11 and P12. It could be first and second. Prof has had the best drive of all the drive from P19 to P4. Battling for the podium spot. As all 3 of these are not backing off as I see side by side in the last sector there. Of Kayak and Will, who are battling for P13. As let's go back to the guys in the back stretch. No ERS now for Prof. Is he going to make a lunge? It's shut off brilliantly though by the Red Bull of Red. But Prof's got a better exit. Here we go. Not enough. He's using his ERS to pull away. This is such a battle for the last podium position. Both of these guys are on fresh softs. And they are battling so hard. Oh no! Was that an end plate from Prof? Oh my god, that was so good traction. Prof, who literally could have got a podium, has just clipped it on the inside. And Rick's got past now. How unfortunate is that? With just 2 laps to go. Red now can pull away from Rick to secure that 3rd position. As all the cars are equal, nice and spaced out now. The only close battle of these 3. If Rick can mount a challenge back. Now this is going to be very entertaining for the last few laps. As Red should be able to pull away now from Rick and seal that P3. Meanwhile, the race leader, Caddy, has been very comfortable at the front. Has he got a battle side by side there of the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo in last positions there. This race has just been battles everywhere. Battles as we've got another one brewing now. I can see that on the map. Era has got this right behind him. And on the back stretch, you've got Juppy and Flo yet again going for battle. Here they go. Is Juppy going to make his dive on the inside? Oh! Contact! And oh! Juppy comes very sharply back. And bumps right in the rear of this is going to be conflict. Oh, Flo did. Flo isn't very happy with him. Prof's so heartbroken that he could have got the podium, but he clipped the wall in sector 3. As Rick is sticking right behind him now. This is for the battle for the last podium spot. The last lap as well. Can he do anything here? Here he goes, DRS activated. You need to save some of that ERS for the back stretch. If he's going to have a chance at doing this. Here we go. Round the roundabout. Get a good exit in, you'll be right behind him. Here we go, this is going to be very intense. For P3. On the back stretch now, none of them have got ERS. The only advantage is going to be Rick with DRS. Is Rick going to make the dive or is he going to stick? He's going to stick behind. A yellow sector 1 is the Williams, I think, of Goro spun. Yes, he has. It's going to be a brilliant race for Cardi. From P12 to P1. And it's going to win the Vietnam Grand Prix. What a drive. Mackie is going to make it it's second place for Ferrari. And then these two have been battling the last lap. Is Rick going to do it? Oh my god, Simon's on the line! Oh. And Rick just loses out to Red. It's gonna be out for another Ferrari in P5. Prof probably will drive for the day in P6. Go in P7. And Flo will finish P8. That's what a race this Vietnam Grand Prix was. And you got these two battling, Kronk and Vidfield battling for the last two spots. With Juppie trying to get something, but he's just going to be too short. Unless penalties come into play. Which he will get P9. Unfortunately, Kronk is just going to get knocked out the points. And here comes Goro for P12. Will for P13, Cayenne for P14, and Moister for P15. But what a performance by everyone here. The Ferraris did amazing, Caddy did brilliantly, Red, Rick and Prof had a brilliant battle. Flo had battles all over the track with the McLarens. And what a scintillating race. What a drive! Driver of the day has to go to Prof. What a drive by him. That's a brilliant performance by these three drivers today. Alfa on top, Ferrari P2 and Red Bull P3. That's what a performance by these drivers. Especially the Ferrari and the Alfa coming from so far back. And what a race by Cardi to win P12. Cardi, the top three are Cardi in the Alfa, Manek in the Ferrari, and Reds in the Red Bull. It was a brilliant race all around, and everyone was ready. And hope everyone's ready for the Tier 2 races that starts in 40 minutes. Don't forget to sub and like the video, and make sure you show your friends about it. And that's about it. Hope everyone enjoyed watching.